What is good, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video, and in this one, I want to break down what's happening with Tesla SPY and a couple of other tickers. I'm going to break down what's happening with the overall market moving forward, why I see more upside potential for the QQQ and SPY, and how things are looking in my personal opinion. But before I break down all this information, before I get into any more details, let me just mention a couple of things. I am personally not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Weeble link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Webull and deposit $500, you're guaranteed 20 free stocks. If you deposit $25,000 or more, you're guaranteed 75 of them. And the offer ends very soon in just 3 weeks. Anyways, for the market, I just want to call out that when it comes to Tesla, Tesla's still holding this range relatively well. It is getting very close to trying to get a breakout if we do try to hit this 180 level and break through it. We haven't been able to do so far, so we'll have to see how this ends up performing, but there is potential in my personal opinion. For SPY, on the other hand, we got a very, very crazy breakout at the very end of the day. And we saw the same thing on the QQQ. So this could add to upwards pressure for the markets. And I do anticipate more upside, that's coming from here. So I'm going to break down more details about this a little bit later on. I first want to talk about some big news. PCE data came in aligned with expectations, as I mentioned in my earlier video. This ultimately led to the market reversing, and this was used as a very, very interesting target. First, the market reversed, and we saw a big sell-off, followed by another big bounce afterwards, and that actually helped us to continue to break out. Going into Monday, we have some manufacturing numbers. For Tuesday, we have some JOLTS job openings and such, very minor data. For Wednesday, we have the services data coming out for employment and new orders. That's actually very important data. So look for volatility on Wednesday. And then for Thursday, very, very minor data in terms of like initial jobless claims, followed by unemployment on Friday. So Wednesday and Friday have bigger data days. Everything else is just kind of minor. Not as crazy. I wouldn't necessarily say minor, but it's not too significant. For earnings, as a reminder, we just have like GitLab and a few others. For Tuesday, we have Bath and Body Works, lots of retail throughout the week. Thursdays when we have Neo and Big Lots, and that's pretty much it. Very minor earnings, nothing too crazy. The market was getting very close to fear. We were seeing a lot of put buying happening, and as a result, the market's kind of shifting closer to the greedy side. We're currently at neutral, and the market's not too far from all-time highs. So as we get close to them, the market once again could get back to greed, and we're seeing a big shift. Market momentum is kind of it's kind of greedy right now. Excuse me. We're seeing greed taking over. The puts and call option positioning is back to neutral because we did see a lot of put buying and a lot of calls being closed. People were very, very scared at first, but now those shorts are getting squeezed, and that's causing a big shift right now. The market volatility is also getting rejection as the VIX is filling some gaps. So the VIX likely has more downside as the market's pushing. What's happening to Tesla? Tesla's recalled more than 125,000 vehicles according to all the mainstream reports, but that's not necessarily the truth. This is not a recall whatsoever. It's just an over-the-air software update that's going to fix these issues. It's just because of how their seatbelt system is supposed to show a visual and audible reminder to the drivers when their seatbelt is not fastened. And now they're going to be depending on buckles instead of simply just other things like that. So it's okay. This is what the NHTSA was looking at Tesla to do. This is actually not too insane data. Tesla will once again do a free updates to fix this very, very soon. Moving forward, Tesla also happens to have, a sell rating from GLJ Research. I'd be very careful with that though, because Tesla still has potential, and we're still not officially breaking out either direction. Price risk ratio is going up as Tesla's building a little bit more strength, but it's not crazy. Mondays are green about 53% of the time, and we see more volatility in the mornings historically. So with that being said, what else do I see? The volume is at about 67 million. That is a little bit below average, so I'm just going to be very open-minded from here. What do I think Tesla's going to do? Here's my honest assessment, guys. I think that the market looks bullish, and Tesla does have some bullish potential, but that depends on if it can break some key resistance. Now, we have a head and shoulders pattern. If we lose 173, then yes, we could come down to fill this gap down to 168, but we haven't done so yet. We actually bounced off 173. If we break past 180, we're going to be looking for a push all the way back up to fill this gap up here around 185 and even higher levels up above. So that's going to be something else that's worth noting. On top of that, when you zoom out, we have a nice inverse head and shoulders like structure. This could also lead to more upside later on for the month of June, and Tesla could be on its way to break these highs. Confirmation of a breakout would be if we hold and close above 180. Tesla will likely continue higher if that ends up being the case, but so far we don't have a really, really nice push yet. This also kind of resembles like a cup and handle. I wouldn't really call it out solely based off that, but I see potential in Tesla to try to push higher as long as we hold above these levels. So if we lose 173, I will turn back to bearish. Yes, Tesla could be dipping to 168. And if we manage to break past 180, at least 182 even, if you want to go that route, then we're going to be looking for a squeeze to the upside. Tesla looks bullish overall, but just to be safe, we'll have to be watching it. I do want to note that Tesla does have an edge now because with the whole market is going to be likely pushing up very, very soon with tech leading the way. So that's going to be key. And I think that that could lead to a big shift, at least in the way Tesla moves. Why do I think the market has more upside? We had a crazy day on SPY today. Basically, the PCE inflationary data came in aligned with expectations. The market pumped in the morning. We got a nice pump on SPY all the way up to about 525. Because when you go back, we were actually over here yesterday. We were actually over here. We closed at 522. So SPY pumped this morning after the data came out, only to get a big rejection, a huge sell-off to about 518. We dropped about 7 points, only to see a nice recovery phase for a very, very slow buildup. And then at the very last, like 20 minutes, we went from 522 all the way up to 528. Crazy pump, and SPY is now looking very bullish. So I think SPY, in a nutshell, I'm going to be very blunt. We're going to easily go to the 530s from here. Could we dip a little bit? Yes, we could dip a bit and then start pushing or just push from here. The gap to fill up here, I think we're going to fill the gap very, very soon. QQQ looks bullish. We could retest for the 451 area before we try to continue pushing to 453.5. And I think we're turning parabolics for a big squeeze. So I think we're going to be pushing into the 450s. Nvda, as long as we hold above 1093, we could continue higher. We look bullish on the 4 hour. Going to be looking for a push for 1120. I favor more upside. On top of this, we have the one and only not the triple Q, Aapl stock. Apple stock is looking bullish as well. We're going to be looking for, I want to see it break 192.5. If that breaks, we're looking for a bigger push for 193.5 next. Looks bullish. Bitcoin is also looking pretty good. We have the support over here all the way down towards the 66,800 area, and we have 68,000 as resistance. We're going to likely try to get a bounce here, start pushing higher. So I favor that a little bit more. So I favor upside for Bitcoin and the overall market. Let me just make it very clear. For Amazon, we did come down to about 174. We're trying to bounce off this. If we hold above and we establish a lower high, or I'm sorry, a higher low relative to here, we're looking for a push for about 178 to fill this imbalance. For Meta, in my personal opinion, is looking pretty good right now. We're trying to rebound a bit. We're going to be looking for a test of about 470, in my personal opinion. So I favor that this is going to try to bounce as well. And then for two more, just to make this kind of blunt, let me do four more actually. For Coinbase, looking to see if we break 227. If that happens, look for 232. For GameStop, I know a lot of people like AMC and GameStop. We just go over them. GameStop, as long as we hold above 22.5, we're looking for a push for 25 plus. I do see a bounce potential for this. If AMC manages to hold where we currently had support the 200 EMA, look for a push for 4.47. I see potential for that. And then the last thing is the VIX. Look at the VIX, guys. It looks bearish, very bearish looking. We have a gap to fill down here. The bears are likely trapped, and we're going to likely see a squeeze continue in the markets. This could drag Tesla up, but we need confirmation. Let's see if we break 180. We are still in a consolidation phase, so we'll see what Tesla does. But I do see upside potential nonetheless. All right, so with that being said, I want to thank you all so much for listening. I hope you guys have an absolutely incredible rest of the day. Enjoy what the weekend has to offer. I'll be back for a quick video tomorrow, and then I'll give you guys a much more in-depth video on Sunday, just to kind of do an overview of what the market's likely going to do. Okay, so we'll see how things go. I'll see you guys tomorrow for a quick video, and then I'll do a much more in-depth one on Sunday. Until then, take care, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night, and I'll see you guys very soon. Thank you, and peace out.